What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMDTNT, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well on this Sunday. Happy Mother's Day evening. Wishing all the mothers out there that might be watching a happy Mother's Day, more especially my mother, who does watch my channels, and I did speak to her too. So if you're watching, happy Mother's Day again, Mom. But wanted to get a very impromptu video done. I did not plan on doing a video today, but see me, I'm out here in the shop working, and I was watching a gentleman named Stock Tiger on YouTube. I usually watch him sometimes if I'm in the house. He streams live pretty much every evening that the market is open. I was watching his channel and just looking at the market go on a tear. All-time highs continuously being broken, and then the market flushed. And when it flushed, I was like, I got my bot running. It trades inside my house now, so I don't have any charts open out here in the shop. But I was like, let me log in real quick and see what the market looks like from my perspective, and to see if it had taken a trade. I didn't expect it to have taken a trade just because of how the chart was looking over there on Stock Tiger's website. But to my surprise, the bot has taken a doggone trade. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up my screen, which already, because again, I just told you I had logged in to check it out. This is my computer running from inside my house. I'm remotely logged in through a remote desktop, and I love it, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. If anything goes wrong, goes haywire, Ninja Trader will send me an email. I can log in pretty much from anywhere in the world that has an internet connection and address the issue. But if you notice down here in the control center, you see I'm trading the two Apex accounts tonight. I am not trading my cash account this evening. Kind of mad that I didn't trade it though. But you see both accounts are up 120. Over here to the right, this is the strategies dashboard. You see that I have both strategies enabled. Apex account 1, Apex account 2. If I was going to trade my cash account, that would have been sitting there saying LMD, but it's not on. It is what it is. Let's take a look though at the market from 6 o'clock this evening. This is where the market closed Friday. The market actually gapped down, flushed out, and then it just grinded back up, y'all. And just to give you a quick rundown, I didn't really show my edge. I did a video yesterday just explaining that this thing had the potential to make $55,000 in 5 months. Did that video yesterday, but I didn't really show my chart. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna blow this up real quick. We'll get rid of that. And first things first, when the strategy is enabled, this panel will appear. This panel shows me everything that I need to see. Shows me what my daily loss limit is, $205. Pre-trade DLL is not turned on right now. Daily loss limit source is coming from my account as opposed to what the strategy thinks that it lost. Today's P&L, 120 bucks that we up. Strategy today, same. Account, same. That difference is because of commissions. Daily profit goal, 800 bucks. So if this thing hits 800 bucks, it should quit trading. Risk per trade, $100. Max points per trade, 50 points. This tells me if it was in a trade where these locks would be at. We'll talk about that in a second when we actually look at the trade. News filter is tiered, meaning it's going to give priority to certain news events. News events that are loaded. I got 30 news events in a database. News now. Nope. Next news event, May 12th, 8:30 CPI. So that's the next news event that it'll block. This here just tells how it's broken down. That's a tier 1 news event. 3 minutes prior, it's going to flatten me. 3 minutes prior, it won't take a trade. 5 minutes after, it'll take a trade. Continuations are turned off. We'll talk about that in a minute. Status is session, meaning that the session block filter is on, it's not going to take any trades. Longs armed, shorts armed. They're armed, but they can't take a trade because of the session block. Longs block, false, shorts block, false again. None of this is in play because the session block is on. And then active trade type, none, because we aren't in a trade. Let's look at the actual chart real quick. See a couple of moving averages. You see what Spark would call the money cloud. It's crossover cloud for me. Those don't really come into play. They just on there. You see the bread and butter of the edge, the supply and demand zones, demand and supply zones. This was going into the end of the market Friday, and it had taken a trade, stopped out. I don't know why that says step one. That's actually a stop out because it took a short, stopped out. You could tell that by the solid line. But let's get back over here to where the market opened. Market opened this evening, and it would have taken that trade had the risk been under 50 points. And then if other criteria came into play. But because the risk was 65 points, it couldn't take that trade. Comes down, it breaks, and it took that because of the break of that supply, or that demand, I'm sorry. Comes down, breaks another demand. Risk is now 98 points because the stop is all the way up there. It's not going to, actually, let me see. Let's do the numbers real quick. 235, 290. Yeah, it's using that stop that's way up there because this supply right now would not have popped up. It doesn't pop up until that diamond comes on. So couldn't take that trade. Market grinds back up. And now we have this supply that's in play. Notice this demand has came on. It left the diamond, so it's going to be on the chart. When price came up and broke this supply, and it broke it on that candle, when this came back down, trading system took the trade. Stop is down here. And look at this thing, y'all. Solid move up, solid move up. And then you see that this trailed out right there where it says step one. That's where it took profit. Because it's after 1935, it can no longer take any trades. It won't just flatten because of that, but it won't take any more trades. So now you see all of these are session blocks. So regardless of if the risk is intact or anything, it's going to get blocked because of the session. But let's take a look real quick at the size of this stop and why it got out right there. So in order for me to do that, I can just come up here. I can click risk reward and we'll go right where it entered at. And then we'll drop the stop right there. So that there is risking 1R. That's risking 1R in the trade. I have this bracket set to 2.75. So the way that my step targets work is once it's in a trade, if the trade goes 2.75 right there, it's going to lock in 1R. So soon as it broke over this edge right here, my stop probably moved to about right here or about right there, 1R. The next step after that is 3R. And at 3R, it's going to lock in 2R. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to change that to 3R. That's the next step. Let's see where that was at. So boom, 3R is right there. And at 3R, it's going to lock in 2R. So notice it broke it, came, didn't hit 2R, came up, and then we caught this nasty flush. And that nasty flush caused it to lock in 2R. You notice that I had made 120 bucks in each account. I always say that each trade risked no more than $100. So it was risking 60 because it was risking 30 points. If it would have took 2 contracts, it would have had to risk $120. So it couldn't do that because it can only risk up to 50 points. So the 50 points was intact, but taking 2 contracts would have made it risk more. So that's why it trailed out right there. But let's take a look at the next step target. So the next step target is 5R. If it reaches 5R, it then locks in 4R. Man, that was 5R right there. How many points is that away? 402. 5R was 3 points away. 3 points away, and it would have locked in 4R. So we'll just put this at 4R to see where that would have locked in at, y'all. Man, look at the difference. And then we know 4R on 60, it would have locked in $240 on each account. But those numbers, I have kind of did the back testing, did the optimization to know that over the long term, that pays. Like, that actually pays to have those steps where they are. So just wanted to get a very quick impromptu video out of the way, just showing the actual edge, what it looks like on my chart when it's running, and that this thing is making money, y'all. We putting skin in the game. It won't trade again until after 22.59. Is it 22.59? Let's take a look real quick. And if you notice, you see how quick this is pulling up? I'm actually remoted into the computer that's in my house. This is not the computer that I'm sitting on. So that block is from 1935, so 7:35 to 21:59. So at 10 o'clock, another 22 minutes, then the bot will allow itself to take trades again. I keep forgetting that I'm on my computer and not, or I'm streaming this and not on my regular computer. So yeah, just want to get this video out the way real quick. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. What do y'all think about this market, y'all? When will we see the highs? When will this thing pull back? It was several months ago that I thought we had seen the highs. I was actually going to pull some money out of my long-term account because I didn't want it to ride the move down. I'm glad I didn't, because my long-term account is looking very nice. I tell everybody, day trading is not for everybody. Long-term investing is for everybody. Truth be told, me trying to trade this thing with my own emotions, day trading ain't really for me. Why do you think I have built this automated trading system and I'm going to let this thing do what it's supposed to do and trade? And the stats show in the long run, it makes money. It will lose money and it does not care. It's going to take the next trade and it's going to take it with the same size that it took the last time. Not like I do. I'll take a red trade and then I'll double my size trying to make the money back. That's not how this system operates. So why would I do it? Because I get emotional. The bot is not going to get emotional. It's going to do what the heck it's supposed to do. On that note, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm about to close this screen out. I'm going to let this thing do what it do. If it has a problem, it's going to email me. Peace.